Russia, also Russia. A tiny bit of Russia, sandwiched between EU and NATO members. It's called Kaliningrad, and it's over 1,200 kilometers from Moscow. So how did a piece of Russia get there? Many countries' borders make sense. They follow rivers, mountain ranges, or coast. Threatens to deploy the Iskander-M tactical ballistic missile complex to Kaliningrad. It has a striking range of about 400 kilometers and can carry nuclear warheads to provide a bargaining chip for the Kremlin. And on land, Kaliningrad's presence means that only this narrow area, called the Suwalki Corridor, connects the Baltic states to Poland and the rest of NATO. But it also has weaknesses. It's entirely surrounded by NATO members, and reinforcements would need to either cross to other countries or NATO airspace, or take the long way by sea. And with a territory roughly the size of
Lithuania and Poland. It's the only land bridge from the Baltic republics to the rest of the NATO member states. Fears are running high that Moscow might plan to sever this connection. The war in Ukraine can even be felt in the Lithuanian border town Vilkaviškis as more and more Ukrainian refugees pour in. Red Cross volunteers are collecting groceries and clothing for them. Irina Titarova fled from the city of Kharkiv in northeast Ukraine. Now she's helping. But some Russian civilians do feel the effects of Russia's invasion when they take the train through Lithuania to the Russian exclave Kaliningrad. They're not allowed to set foot on Lithuanian territory. But from the train's windows, they're confronted with images of the war and billboards with questions like, do they really want to support Russian President Putin? The war in Ukraine has sent a wake-up call through all the Baltic republics, Lithuanian politicians warn. Their country must arm itself against the Russian who will station more troops in Lithuania. But if worse comes to worst, he's prepared to go to war, even as a civilian, along with some 14,000 other volunteers in the paramilitary union.
It's hard to talk about the future. We live in difficult times, and nobody knows what tomorrow will bring. So we need to focus on the here and now, take small steps, and reinforce our own country with patriotism.
Many Lithuanians are ready and on the alert, especially near the Suwalki Gap, where people are afraid they may suddenly find themselves on the front line should Russia attack.